studio, but I'm in my second studio. I have my home studio, which I usually video out of, but this morning I'm going to work on a couple of projects to show you here in my studio in the Arts District of Liberty Station. I am one of the founding members of the 5 Art Studio and Gallery, and in this studio I share it with 5 other artists, so there's 6 of us total in here. It's a great space, as you can see from the video I just showed you. It's really a great space to work in, and we have so much light and a beautiful view. The only downside is we're at the end of a runway of the San Diego International Airport. So, we've got planes coming and going at all times of the day. So right now seems to be kind of quiet. So I'm gonna try to do this video and get it out for you. But if you see me freeze frame and turn the sound off, it's because a plane's going overhead. And they're big planes and really loud. So here comes one now. So this is what I'm working on in the studio today. Well, nobody's here. I'm here first thing in the morning. So I have 6 panels of wood panels, and a couple of them are canvas panels. And what I did yesterday is I added just a really simple black and gray and cream background with Venetian plaster. And then I pulled together some Gelli prints that I had made on my Gelli plate with some really, really cool patterns, and I mean the textures and the details that you can get in them. I'm just gonna rifle through these. I think I'm gonna rifle through these. So these are all the papers that I'm playing with. Oh my God, look at that. Love, love, love. Loving this one too. It's just the textures. Again, if I can make a painting out of that, I'd be really happy. So many of these are really fun. It was hard to decide what I was going to do with them. And we're crawling around on the ground as I show you these. So this is my plan, is to put these together and create a series with prints from my Gelli plate and Venetian plaster all in one. So let's see how I compose those and get going on it. Plasters. I use this one that you can easily get Modern Masters on Amazon, and you want to do the tint base. They also have a deep base. The deep base is for mixing darker colors, and the tint base is for mixing lighter colors. So it has a lot more white in the pigment, in the plaster. Then I had a couple of plasters mixed up. It's with San Marco plaster, and this one was just a light gray brown, and this one is just a cream. So I used those yesterday and got my boards all plastered up and separated and kind of laid a piece of tape and did a couple designs. Let a little bit of I hope you can see this, a little bit of the yellow show through. And this particular plaster has a texture to it. It's not as smooth as the Modern Masters, but I really, really love working with it. And it's a nice hard finish because it's got granite and marble dust in it. So if you want to see more about starting a board with Venetian plaster, I'll link that in the end of this video so you can see what that's all about. For now, I'm pretty sure this is the piece I want to add on to here. Now, it was a nice square piece that I kind of cut a couple angles on it so it wouldn't look so perfectly square. And, it's almost in the center. Again, not worried about that. I did have one little cut-off piece I was saving for this, and that was part of what I had cut off. And I think I'm just gonna add that right here to carry this color, to repeat that color and get it up into the piece. Now, I also took another piece of my jelly paper that I just painted solid black, because there's some fun little shapes that I cut out here that I think I might use on this piece. And I'm also thinking that it would be kind of fun. I wish I had more of this paper. I do have another piece of that paper. I could take a piece of this paper and now this is a vinyl wallpaper, so it does rip. Let me rip a piece of that off. I do like a ripped piece of paper. And how wide is this? Oh, it's just about as wide as the ruler. Let me see what part of this I want. Now I've got that. Let's see how this looks. Do we like this continuing off the side? I do kind of like that. Or would I like better a piece of black continuing off the side? Kind of like that a lot. I can get that right in there. I do like this a lot better, the simple piece. I want these to be very clean and graphic. So I am liking this. And I'm gonna take my Stabilo pencil, and I'm not really sure how this is gonna work because I haven't sealed the plaster in. So I'm gonna go right down this line and come out here and maybe there. So I've got that. Now I've cut that right in half. Not something I really want to do, but it doesn't bother me that it's worked out that way. Now I'm just gonna hit this with a little bit of water to see if I can darken that Stabilo line, and I can. A little broken line. This one might go a little darker because I did put a lot of Stabilo on it. Now, I'm going to be finishing these pieces with cold wax as my top coat. So I'm not too worried about my Stabilo running, because cold wax, when I finish it with cold wax, this will release with water, but not cold wax. Here, let me see. I like the gel medium because it will hold down the heavier papers better. The fluid, the liquid medium, it takes a little bit more work to get that to happen. Okay, now I'm going to just get some medium on here. Hold everything in place where I want it. And I don't need all of that down there. So I'm going to tear that off. Get it lined back up. I might have to trim that off right there, but I'm liking the way that is looking. Okay, I'm not finding any of my bowl scrapers, so I'm going to use my color shaper to help lay this paper down flat. Okay. Now I do love this little guy right here. So I think he adds a nice touch to that. I think it's bismuth yellow. Look it up. Somebody look it up and tell me what it is. But I love that little, just that touch of color there. That's really nice. And then I want, and I like to, if you've watched my videos before, I like to just add medium onto my, right onto my surface rather than, you know, go over this, you know, paint the back of the piece that I'm laying down. I just like to get, it's just medium. It's gonna dry nice. And actually in this case, it'll also help the Venetian plaster. It'll help seal the Venetian plaster because, as I said, it's plaster. It's a very... Okay, I'm liking the way this is looking. I'm gonna get this guy glued down. And for this one, I might just get stuff on the back of this because it's such a big piece, but it is just paper. Let me clean all this out. Get a nice lathering. So this is my first one of the 6 I'm doing. So let's see how this turns out, and maybe I can get another one going in this video and still keep it short enough so I don't lose, whoops. We're gonna line this back up and line it up over here. Okay, just doing that, and then I'm gonna go around the edges. Now, as I said, this is pretty porous stuff, so I do want to make sure I have enough glue to hold down my edges. Extra security here. Let's see if that'll do the trick. I want to make sure I work out all the air bubbles, so I'm working from the inside and pushing out to get all the air bubbles out. That little black mark out of there. That was kind of a leftover from Stabilo. You have to keep your eyes on those Stabilo pencils. It's my favorite tool, but it's gotten me in trouble quite a few times when it runs where I don't want it to run. Luckily, I can just pull, usually get it out with some water. Okay, I like that, nice and simple. Do I want to add another little something? Maybe. Oh, I do like it going from there, connecting this little curve. It's got a little bit of black here. Maybe I want to continue that black. So I'm going to draw a little line where I want it to go. put a little curve in here. Line it right up there. Oh, I like that. I like just how it continues without really adding a lot of anything else. Just a little continuation line. Line that up. Whoops. Line it up there and there. I like that a lot. I want to say this piece could be done. I could bring over, I'm going to add another line. Where do I want to add that? I want to continue it from something, not just at, you know, I don't want to really, I've already got one vertical line. I've got horizontal, but I do like to have more than just, you know, one line going through. And I would like it to be, like I said, horizontal. So how am I going to make that? Could be from the top of this guy. Let's see. Let's see how I'm going to like that. Maybe. And I do want it to be a pencil line. Let me put that really lightly and see how I'm liking it. Don't know how necessary it is. Unfortunately, I did do it in Stabilo, so I don't know. Actually, I don't mind it. Don't want it to go on my yellow too much. I think I like that. I do like that. This just looks like a very, very clean, very graphic design. Anyway, I am liking this piece. I'm liking it just like it is. So let's pull up another one and see if we can do as well. Okay, so I have everything laid out. I have a series of 3 in blue tones. Very simple. I have a series of 3 in the more warm tones, vibrant, warm colors, and I've got the cool colors, and I really like how these 6 pieces are going together. I hope I'm getting them in well enough. And wow, this was so enjoyable to do these. If you enjoyed watching this as much as I did doing it, and I can't even imagine how possible that is, because I was loving it. Please help me out and hit the subscribe button if you don't already subscribe to my YouTube channel, and definitely hit a thumbs up on this one. This was really cool, really fun to work on, and I hope you liked it. So if you did, and if you want to keep up on what's going on in my art world, in my art studios, in the description, I will have listed my weekly newsletter / blog from my studio, where I cover things like this every week and things that are going on in my studio, and I share other artists that I really like what they're doing. So lots of good stuff in there. Sign on to my newsletter, and that's in the description. Also, I will put a link to Venetian Plaster, how to do it on your substrates, which is really pretty cool. If you haven't tried it, you're gonna wanna. And most of all, thanks. Thank you so much for being here and for watching my videos and my studio sessions of whatever I'm doing in the studio this week. That's what I end up doing a post and a video about. So studio sessions 117, and I will see you next week. Thank you so much for watching.